Hi, so now we're going to look at the Union Select SQL injection lab. So like all the SQL injection labs, the objective is to extract the flag. And we've got a bit more information here because it tells us that the flag is in the database table flag, column token. That's information that we wouldn't have if we were like doing a complete malicious attack. But for now we've got this leg up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is inject a single quote. Okay, so this has got the telltale sign, unterminated string literal, very likely to be injectable. And we can see the query is select message from messages. Now, we want to get the token from the table flag. So we need to introduce that table into the query. And one of the ways we can do this is using a union select clause. Okay. So what I'm going to try doing is, just to get started, is union select 1. And then we're going to need a SQL comment so that the trailing characters don't cause a syntax error. Okay, so we've got an error here, which is types varying an integer cannot be matched. Okay, so let's try, instead of an integer 1, let's try string 1. Okay, and we can see a 1 echoed back in the output. Now, actually, I think what I'd like to do is avoid having those messages appear in the output. So I'm going to just put some X's there that won't match any message. If we search for that, then we just get the output we're interested in. Just to point out, in this example, the first query just had 1 column. That keeps it simple. It won't always be the case. If I just try putting 2 columns in the union select, we'll see that we get an error because each part of the union query needs the same number of columns. So that's something to bear in mind when doing malicious exploitation. Also, we had that issue that it didn't like an integer, but a string worked. Now, what can happen? You might have column 1 needs an integer, column 2 needs a string, which can make things tricky. And what can help us is actually if we use null, that will generally work regardless of the type it's expecting. So that can be helpful for sort of mapping out the query. Okay, let's just try that. Okay, we've got an error, but this is a template error, not an SQL error. So what I think's happened is the SQL's been successful, but the unexpected null has caused a template error. Okay. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to select the column token from the table flag. And there we go. There's the flag that we wanted. So let's take that and submit it here. And we've successfully solved the lab.